center.
It was a wonderful showcase.
Thank
Thank you everyone for being here. I think we just want to get right into it. And if we could just ask you about the collection that you've showcased. You've talked about optimism, you've talked about the collection being named Capella. Anything that how did you sort of come to?
You know, when designers make their collections and movie directors make their movies, the process is very similar. For most of the journey of making a collection, you're just hoping to arrive to that one point where you feel really happy and excited about what you're doing. And Capella is that space where we want to revisit our love for the European palettes, the chandeliers, and the old times, but in a newer twist. And we've also played a lot this time with Swarovski's stones, which we haven't done for a while, and that whole extravagance was something that was exciting to us.
Moved away from minimalism this time, but
and how?
Yeah, so I think more is more. We've always been less is more for us, but just wanted to break the shackles. And I think this collection was an embodiment of love, confidence, and strength of today's woman. And that's what Capella meant to her. It's the brightest star in the galaxy, and she happens to be the brightest star in the galaxy. So we kind of worked out.
I think we can all agree that she looks stunning. If you want to talk to us a little bit about her outfit.
So like Nikhil said, we went back to the nostalgic era of the Baroque era, and when you look at when you kind of visualize the Baroque era, you're almost enamored by the majestic artifacts, and chandelier becomes one of those. So the idea was to sort of bring in all the embroideries and the surfaces and the textures to be driven by that, and sort of bring about that whole beautiful way of lighting up through the prismatic stones and all the crystals that we use. So this is an interpretation of what chandelier meant to us in that, and Palace of Versailles obviously comes immediately to mind. So all of that put together was pretty lovely.
And it might just be as heavy as a chandelier. Just saying.
Kriti, how is your experience working with Shantanu Nikhil and working back in Bombay at Lakme Fashion Week at FPCI after almost 2 years we're back in Bombay for a fully physical show? What was that experience like?
You know, I always say this, that for me actually coming back to Lakme Fashion Week, coming back to the ramp is very, very nostalgic, because I've been a model. I've walked in the Lakme Fashion Week for about 2-3 seasons. I've actually worked for them as a model way long back, when I just moved to Mumbai. So it is a pleasure, and it is it feels great to be back on the ramp, this time walking for them as the showstopper. And with such a stunning collection, and the ramp, I think the ramp looked so like mesmerizing, and I just, I remember when I just stepped in and I saw it for the first time, I was like, wow, this is like, you really feel that, regal, royal sort of a feeling, and the era that they are trying to transport you into with their collection. And it was also fun realizing that I know the tricks of ramp walk as a model, and when you have a long trail, what to do and how to turn. So I still remembered that. So I felt twice, So I felt very proud of that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm just going to open it up, but I'm just going to request everybody to ask all their questions relating to the showcase and Shantanu Nikhil and the collection that they want.
If you can elaborate more on what it is really.
Wow, that's a tough one. It has many hours. It has about 11 different techniques. And I think that one of the most important things when it comes to us, when we look at embroideries, is the balance of dimension. So when you look at the bottom part of it and how it transcends how the way it goes up, the balance is most important, so it accentuates the height. As a pattern maker, my job is to make sure that whoever wears an outfit, there's an extension to the length of the person.
I don't think I needed that. Extension of length.
But from you now, the brides will need that, so happy to give it.
Just kidding.
Kriti, what is your fashion statement?
Okay.
Oh, well, it depends on the occasion, but I just feel like You know, my fashion statement is a little moody. It depends if I'm feeling like dressing up, I would like really go all out sometimes, and sometimes I would be just so lazy that I would just pick up a t-shirt and denims and just walk out. And also depends on the occasion in general. But I like being comfortable in what I am wearing, but at the same time, trying out different things to see what I feel suits my personality and my body type, because I feel like fashion is somewhere an extension of you and your personality.
Thank you so much for guys for staying back and doing this.
She's
class.
raising my hand. Yeah, please go.
So sorry.
Yeah, I have actually two questions. I want to know how you guys navigate creative differences between both of you guys. And for you, I want to ask, have you ever, said not associated with something a stylist or someone has given you to wear, and how do you navigate that?
Navigate
Yeah, you go first.
This one's going to
I'll
be
think about my
tricky
answer.
one. No, Shantanu and I, Shantanu has a business background, I have a design background, so our creative differences are almost only to the point where I don't get paid my salary on time. But Shantanu has an astute design sensibility which really makes my life so much easier. He understands the value of creativity and also keeps telling me all the time that it's design that will bring business and not the other way. And I'll tell you, I respect him so much for this, because most of my life I've seen in so many different places that businessmen always look at creativity as an opportunity to make money, but here it's purely creative. And I think whoever starts their business in the future, please find your own Shantanu. I'll keep saying this over and over again.
Sorry, yeah. Mine, with my stylist, yeah, I do. I mean, now I think I've been with her for very long, so we don't have too many disagreements, but we do. Like, I'm not very fond of animal print. And she loves animal print, so we end up sort of really, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But then I end up doing other things, like, she'll get an outfit which I don't love and she loves it. And then once in a while I'll be like, okay, so I'm going to do this only for you. So that happens. So there's a little balance. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Kriti, you're one of the most, you're the most fashionable person in Bollywood. You're one of the most. And I just want to ask you that what is fashion according to you? What is fashion?
I did answer that actually, but I'll do that again for you.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think fashion to me is very, very personal. It is an extension of your personality. It is a way of expressing yourself and who you are without really saying words. And there's a reason why you walk into a shop and I pick up something and the other person might pick something else up. It's our choice and it's who we are as people. So I think I use fashion to sort of just express myself, my mood, my personality and who I am, while enjoying it as well.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Wait. 2 minutes.
Picture तो हो गए? They want us.
पूरी पिकिंग है सब लगाने के बाद में टेंट बोल रहे दादा मोबाइल खोलो तो